everybody to stay patient. We're lucky we're here in the warmth. If anybody here does not have procession lineup information, please come see me. I've got lousy copies here, you can barely read them, but it's better than nothing. Conversationally, very important. We're going to be in a situation where this is a one-off procession/parade. It is not something that most of the units here have been at year after year, and they know exactly where they're going and what they're doing. Try to be flexible. Try to understand that we need your expertise and your experience in many of the different parades that you're involved in, getting in the right spot in advance. Once we get started, it's going to be pretty simple. You're going to have the head of the train. We're just going to follow that train. We'll have a couple small stops. We're going to bring the next street over, Tudor Street, has the artillery unit. So in that unit is going to be oxen, horses, things of that nature. We'll stop quickly on Telegraph Street. When we're on Telegraph Street, we're only going to let in 5 horses. So it'll be George Washington and his officers on horseback. They're going to get in front of the Colonial Division. Again, in front of the Colonial Division. So Sudbury Ancients, that's an important part because I think you'll be part of the head with the SAR of that division. When they get in front, we're just going to move. When we move, at the end, the oxen, Clydesdales, sleds, they'll make their way into the procession. We will not be stopping again for them. They'll just intermingle their way in. When we go up Telegraph, Telegraph is almost like a clock. We'll be staring at Dorchester Heights or at the monument at 12 o'clock. We're going to go around to 9 o'clock. When we get 9 o'clock, we're going to stop again. When we stop there, the purpose of that is for the Bunker Hill pipe and drums to lead, pipe up the Ancients to set up an honor guard. The Ancients in this case will be the Ancient Honorable Artillery Company of Massachusetts. They'll set up that honor guard up top. We'll bring each unit up independently. So they'll come up as a division, but each of us will go through the honor guard independently. The reason for that is that there'll be a number of media sources up there, documentarians, C-SPAN, NBC, CBS, ABC, etc. We want to make sure that people are in that honor guard as a unit, so that way they can be recognized as such. Think of it as a wedding. We're not waiting 15 minutes for each one to go through. 10 seconds, something like that. They get through, the next one comes. I will be there. There'll be a couple other adjutants, wing adjutants that'll be helping. Keep an eye, if you have some kind of question, don't be afraid to stay in formation, but don't be afraid to yell at me to get my attention. I'll be in a number of different locations. Once we set that up, you're going to have to go through that honor guard. When you go through that honor guard, there's not a lot of room up in Dorchester Heights now. There's tents, there's porta potties, there's cannons, there's encampments, things of that nature up there. Each of the units here have to find a landing zone. So if this is the honor guard and you're coming through, when you come to the end of that honor guard, your unit is going to have to find a landing area. You're going to have to find that on your own because there is no setup up there where they say, hey, this is for 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get those units into those positions, the best thing would be, whether it's attention or parade rest, that will be where you'll address your units and dismiss your units at the appropriate time. When that part of the event culminates, the Ancients will do a center face, and then they'll head down to a right face, then they'll head down to the monument. When they get in position, you'll know that more or less that's kind of the end there, and you can dismiss your units. The artillery unit and the colonial unit, we're going to, divisions we'll call them, we're going to stagger them a little bit more. And the purpose of that is to symbolically have Colonel Henry Knox, George Washington, and his army come to Dorchester Heights for the first time. So, of course, Washington will lead that. The artillery unit will be in the rear of that. When that happens, we'll fire 2 symbolic cannon shots up top. Those cannon shots will be, again, the recognition symbolically of the fact that Colonel Henry Knox's noble train of artillery has made it to Dorchester Heights, and that George Washington has made it to Dorchester Heights. As So if you can, just make sure that, keep an eye on the people that are roaming, that are signaling, telling people what to do. If you have questions beforehand, I'm going to stand right here for a little while. Come up and see me. We can spitball so that way you know what's going on. I will announce again when we're forming up. I don't want us to go out just yet. Normally we'd already be out there. But until I know what they're doing, I don't want everybody standing out in the cold. So just try to be a little patient, and as soon as I hear more, I'll let you know. Thank you.
Huzzah!